Thokozani, and abundant blessings to us all. I definitely go by Baba Lex. Welcome back to the beautiful channel. How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel? Welcome back to the beautiful channel. And we're back for some teachings, ladies and gentlemen. 𝙃𝙚𝙡𝙥, Jack, Jane. And I'm just going to quickly allow for a few of the beings to join live for these teachings. All right. This is an important teachings. It's also going to set the tone for September. All right. September is going to be a super powerful month. But before we actually kick in, I'm going to allow people to join. All right. I'm going to also allow my moderator to jump in. Let's see if more than one moderator can make it. If not, I'm sure my one moderator, which is also where I'm independently publishing my first book of teachings, The Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1, worldwide. It was launched for pre-order, which is still up. The link is on the bio. It was launched on the 1st of January, okay, the 1st of Janus. Powerful. And you see, when I released it, well, before I released it, I used to sound like a nutbag. I used to sound as if I'm a crazy, a cray. You all know how that goes, right? So, I mean, as you're trickling in, if you do want to be a part of the panel, I'm going to reserve a space at the end for Q&A. Otherwise, these are teachings. We're going back to the old format of just teachings. I'm not going to be trying to game anyone or anything because this will also go on a replay. Those of you who are unaware, September is going to be an absolutely powerful month. So I'm going to encourage you to share. Please send also to those of you who are into not only your cosmology, your astrology, all right? I'm going to have people on the panel. My moderator just jumped in. Please continue to like the live and also share. This information is going to be powerful, all right? Like I just said, my first book of teachings, The Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1, is independently being published through the Lighthouse Portal, who is my moderator this evening, who just landed in the room. Aloha, all the way from Maui, Hawaii. Please do send that invite. And then also, as you guys are trickling in, please share. We do have some goals for the live to reach. But once again, I want to keep this as clean to teachings. But also, I don't mind hosting people on the panel while the teachings are happening. And then questions can come at the question section and also in sections where I've completed the full spectrum of what these teachings mean, the implications for our bodies, our vessels, aka our minds, and especially our spirit. You see, that's backwards. It's spirit, mind, body, spirit, mind, vessel. You see, this is also the ancient African or ancient Kemetic teachings. You see? So, Lighthouse Portal, let me send you an invite. Shout out to Morgan Moodley. Shout out to those of you who are jumping in. Should you want to be a part of the panel, please, when you jump in, do mute your mic. Okay? What we're going to do is just quickly introduce the Lighthouse Portal, which is once again, she is from Maui, Hawaii. And I'll let her just pretty much give you a bit of a breakdown as to the Lighthouse Portal, not too long. But also it entails why my book, The Law of Attunement Teachings, is going to be so powerful. Right now, the pre-order link is still in my bio and also in the Lighthouse Portals and also on the subsequent social medias, okay? Everything is attuning, not just alignments. It's attuning. You have to attune to those alignments. Remember, there's going to be so much aligning happening. But are you attuned? Are you attuned to receive? Are you in reception for this energy? Or is it just going to keep bombarding you, keep giving you psychosis, keep giving you crash out moments? Huh? You see? Thokozani. So without further ado, before I continue, let me introduce my moderator here, okay, who's going to be handling the panel while I'm teaching. and then also subsequently gathering all the questions. So if you do also have questions, please don't be shy. Ask them. But then in Q&A section, we will handle that. The Lighthouse Portal, all the way from Maui, Hawaii, Thokozani, and aloha. How are we doing? How are we going?
Aloha, mahalo. Thank you for the intro. My name is Anella. I am the Lighthouse Portal, and I am grateful to be here. It's a beautiful day in Maui, Hawaii. Happy Aloha Friday.
Thokozani. Continue. Just give us a little bit about the Lighthouse Portal, because obviously you are going to be making your way to the motherland, Africa, South Africa to be exact, so we can continue the final phase of launching the the Law of Attunement, my first book of teachings. So yes, just please continue. If you do want to join the panel, guys, please send an invite, and then just mute yourself, and then you'll be able to ask questions and answers. Also, this will be on a replay on my YouTube channel. This will also come on a replay on my YouTube channel. Thokozani, please continue, Lighthouse Portal.
Thank you. Yeah, so basically, to simplify the long story made short, if you will, the Lighthouse Portal was created from a higher consciousness remembrance, a misty wave, if you will, in 2022. And I didn't know what it was going to be until it revealed itself, which is amazing, the be here now moment. And I'm also a creative being, and I wanted to have a space and a place where creators could directly have an outlet for their inspired action without any middleman, if you will. So that's what's happening, and we're following the water, the vai loko loko vai. The frequency is Anui Nui Vai Aloha Mele Kahale Vai Meahana, Africa, Maui, 𝙒𝙗𝙖𝙗𝙗. It's a meeting of waters, and I'm just following my heart.
Thokozani. Wow. You see, whenever you speak a little Hawaiian, it sounds similar to, like I've told you before, it sounds similar to maybe isiZulu or Xhosa, or just or an indigenous African type of a dialect. You see, it's amazing.
Mahalo. Hoaka Namea 𝙒𝙖𝙗𝙗𝙗. The faint traces of the land are calling me. And I'm listening. I'm listening to Mother. You're not looking for the message when you are the message.
Whoops. Well, say that louder quickly before we can commence with the teachings. Say that louder for the people in the back.
There's so many people looking for messages. Well, guess what? It's inside. You are the message. Just close your eyes. Take a deep breath. 𝙒𝙖𝙗𝙗𝙗. That's one of my names, and it means sacred connection. It's literally just listening to your heart space as it connects with Spirit, Mother, all of the elements. Yeah, you're not looking for a message when you are the message. Resource yourself.
Absolutely.
Get to know yourself. Be fluent in yourself. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Love that. Be fluent in yourself, and that's where we're headed, right? This is also part of the teachings today. All of these energies and the increasing in solar activity, we are in solar maximum. So this is all asking us to become a better version of ourselves. Simple. You see? Greetings, King Adwene. So the Lighthouse Portal is my moderator. If you'd like to get onto the panel, send an invite. And then as soon as you come on, just mute yourself while we're doing the teachings. If you do have any questions, ask the questions, and then also raise your hands. So moderator, the Lighthouse Portal, just please also handle the comment section. Let people know. If you have Q&A, if you want to join the panel, please join. But as soon as you join, mute yourself. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. So let's start right at the top of the notes. Okay. Right there, what does it say? September opens a portal of fate. 2 eclipses arrive, and nothing feels ordinary anymore. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to kick off with, that's the magical side of it. That's the spiritual side of it. That's the side of it which they call airy fairy. Okay, so how do you ground that? No problem. All right. Let's start then from our foundations, as we do when we teach, so that we compare apples with apples and not apples with a pear, apples with a watermelon, apples with something else, because then it does not have any foundational basic from which you can then expand. Everyone will have their own perspective, but there is no base truth. That's why they say there's no base reality. We're not living in base reality. You've heard about that in quantum physics? Because of the amount of deception which has been put over in terms of the frequencies. Right. What is an eclipse, or what does eclipse mean? Right. As per the dictionary, you're then able to also just punch in there Google, or if you guys still use Yahoo or whatever's available these days, chat GPTs, whatever you want to do, punch in there, what is eclipse? Eclipse means to cover, or to shade, or to be in front of. Okay. So what makes this specific eclipse season powerful? What makes this eclipse season powerful is that there's a double eclipse in the same calendar month. Whenever there's a double eclipse in the same calendar month, that means that in between, no problem, King, just what you do is send yourself the invite and then join the panel and then mute yourself for some Q&A. And then also please share. We're continuing with the teachings. This is also going to be on a replay, so I'm going to shout you all out. And you might see yourselves on YouTube's. Thokozani. All right. So we've established and defined what eclipse is. It's to cover, to shade, or to be in front of, right? That is to eclipse. What makes this portal season of eclipse important? It's because it has a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. Wow. Physically speaking, we've just established that it's to cover. Mentally speaking, whenever you look at the lunar, so lunar eclipse means that it's on a full moon, right? So what happens on a full moon? Here at Lex Stays Liquid, since 2020, all right, we've been doing a consciously consistent fast every month on the full moon for 72 hours, drinking structured electrified water only. What does the full moon do? Number one, it illuminates your shadow. Hence the term lunatic. That one gets me all the time. You see, why do you tend to think that those around us who are not in control of their emotions around the full moon, it's wildlife? It's crazy time now. And especially now, it's crash out time. Crashing out now is a normal thing outside because we are not in coherence with or attuned, right? Attunement. We're not attuned to our emotions. It's all an inside job. That's what self-mastery is. It's an inside job. Not the Italian Job. It's a good movie. But it's the inside job. Okay, that's the inside job of not only the rest of this decade, but it's the rest of this decade and also in the 30s. Remember, Pluto is in Aquarius, sparking the shift for what you call structures. It used to be in Capricorn. So what does Capricorn represent? A top-down structure, boss, report to. What does Aquarius represent? Freedom, free thinking, common sense. Also in African spirituality, this is the season of Ma'at. What are the principles of Ma'at? The 42 principles of Ma'at, from there, 10 were bastardized, 10 of the most physical ones, and they were made the 10 commandments. Hello? Everything came from Africa. Everything came from not only Africa, which is a misnomer, from what you want to call Kemet. The whole of the continent, Kemet. not just Ekonen up at the top, but in north, and that's not even true north. The map is also completely wrong. It's off completely. You see? So now once we unlearning and now we relearning from a place of not a sect or a religion or a politician or a conglomerate or from a specific families, masonries or Illuminatis. I mean, the first masons were us who used limestone in buildings. We never used to use brick and mortar. That's a Caucasoid thing. That's a recent thing. If you look at all of the buildings, the ancient buildings, they call it the remains of Tartaria, you know, which was hidden from the mud flood. All of this information is coming up. They're digging up giants. Giant. Wow. You see, those doors are huge. Who's supposed to walk through that stuff? They said, no, this was built by us just now for the purpose of parliament, blah, blah. No, stop it. We must not be bamboozled by all of this hearsay, she say, because we've been fed lies from the beginning, okay? And this is what this eclipse does, especially this eclipse portal, right? So the first of the portal is going to be the full lunar eclipse. Guys, this is going to be lasting for 84 minutes. 84 minutes, meaning that it's going to be seen all the way from Africa, probably around England, around there, right? In Europe, you know what I'm saying? We're saying also India, Asia, I'm sure maybe Australia, New Zealand might touch it. I'm not sure about the west side, you see? So that is powerful. 84 minutes, you know, the most powerful and lengthiest lunar eclipse, the last one was in 2022. What happened in 2022? Okay, cast your minds back, do your research. What were you doing in 2022 when that lunar eclipse happened? The equal opposite. And then also even better, if you want to go further, because once again, emoyeni in spirit, I work with deeper cosmology and deeper teachings according to our within self, by going within, by utilizing the dream space. You call it the astral realms, because I'm mainly fasted. I eat 1 meal a day and I don't have dense things. I don't eat dead flesh, you see. So there's a conditioning in the guts that you must partake in, especially on the full moon, you see, so that you're able to receive from your second brain, which is in the guts, the gut brain network. You see, if you zoom out, it looks like a brain, the way it's designed, you see. Okay, and as soon as you start to recognize and realize that these real eyes tell real eyes, then you're going to go to your only eye, the I and I, which is your pineal. Okay, also a little gland there in the hippocampus, which is and gets calcified by things like heavy metals,
Excuse me, sorry to bother you for just a moment, but they're really messing with your sound. Just pause for just one moment and check into that quickly. Like
what you call food, but it's not even food. Mic check.
Yeah, they keep cutting you out.
Oh, okay. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only.
There you go. Okay, you're back.
Okay. Has it been quite a while, or?
No, I alerted you right away. It's good. Only one sentence got messed with. You're good. Continue.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Are we pushing through beautifully? How does everyone feel? And thank you for the likes, guys. We've reached over 1K likes on this teachings. This is beautiful. And then once again, if you would like to join the panel, stick around there and ask questions. Otherwise, I will open up a beautiful section where I'll invite a few beings, and then I'm sure questions will come through. But the Lighthouse portal, I'm sure some invites are being shared for those who would be interested in this sort of information. Also, for it to assist you in what's going to take place. I'm giving the groundwork and also the foundations so that you know where I'm going with what the energy is likely to do through you, not to you, because you're not a victim. The victimhood is now what is also being lifted. All right. For far too long, we've been victims by choice. All right. And I say that with my chest because now, if you know better, do better. Even better, be better. You see? So now, as we continue, this full lunar eclipse on the 7th is also a full moon. So it's also a heightened full moon. What does a full moon do? Once again, first and foremost, it illuminates your shadow. Your shadow is where you are able to then do shadow work. Simple, okay? On a full moon, you're able to do shadow work and you're able to, what you call, sort out your emotional well-being. Remember, everyone's all banging on about physical health only. Mental health and then your spiritual health, not just health. You can call it spiritual fitness because you can build it up. Your mental fitness because you can build it up. Just like your physical fitness, you can build that up. Okay? Once you're able to holistically start to utilize this gnosis for yourself, you will take yourself more seriously. Exactly, the Lighthouse portal, holistical. You have to be holistic. All right? Shout out to Mortal. Thank you for the like. You see, so over here, when we're balancing our emotions, it's best to be free in your body. It's best to be empty. It's best to be able to assimilate through your second brain, which is your guts. Okay? Shout out Tebogo. Shout out everybody who's just joined. There's a space on the panels, guys, okay, for Q&A. But when you come in, please mute yourself. Thokozani. You see, so now the reason why we're full of shit is because we're literally full of shit. Our second brain is what assimilates what you call your immune system. It also assimilates your intuition. Why do you think you get a gut feeling? But if you all packed up with Amagwinya, Mickey D's on the other side you got some squeets, on the other side, you know, you're chewing just dead flesh, wire. You see, yes, you start to clog up your windstrument because this body, this vessel, it's wind and water. It's a sound vessel. You know about cymatics, right? Cymatics, if you just type on YouTube, is the act of sending a vibration through a medium or a plate or a plane, and then it organizes itself into geometrical patterns depending on what frequency is going through it. Okay? That's powerful. If you ask me, that's powerful. So you're not able to tap into that frequency, that dynamic, what you look like, because you're not the body. We are not this, we're not the physicality. The unseen governs the seen. So if you think rotten, your intentions are rotten, your guts are rotten, what do you think you'll produce outside? Rotten. You see, it's not a higher grade. This is simple. All right. It's also in my book, The Law of Attunement Teachings, book 1. The pre-order link is in the bio. All right. But once again, this full lunar eclipse is also a heightened full moon, right? So this heightened energy is for, in the Western astrology, it's in Pisces. So this is a lunar eclipse, a powerful lunar eclipse, which will be a full lunar eclipse, which will be lasting for 84 minutes. We'll be able to see it here on the African continent, Mzansi for sure, Europe, England. I'm not too sure on the west side, but from India, China, those sides there, maybe Australia might also get it. So yes, for sure. You see, 84 minutes long. So in this time, you can be in ceremony with yourself. Okay? This is a good time to give yourself space. It's a good time to not be outside. Because once again, on a full moon, there's a lot of what? Lunar ticks. Including yourself. Tagas, right? Okay, so as per usual, we will be fasted. My 72-hour water-only full moon fasting method. If you just go onto the profile, scroll down just a little bit, but I'll repost it. I'll be putting up some information. You can see if you'd like to invest in yourself and join that container and then receive some wisdom as we're not only healing, but receiving, and also not only just, they call it suffering, call it being hungry, call it dying. No, we're thriving. All right? Because once again, when you put your heels down, you're already in hell. It's all just symbolism. So we're bringing heaven on earth, but it happens through us. You cannot want a heaven on earth or a better life and just say it. Because all of your centers, your heart is not in it, your intention, right? Your guts are backed up with so much. So you can't assimilate the energy of what you truly would desire, but therefore you cannot align with the energies. But even better, you cannot be attuned, because when you're attuned, whatever your intention is will just automatically show up. Okay? I also coach about this. There's a lot of old lessons on my YouTube channel at Lex Stays Liquid. Please go and help yourself. They're lengthy, so you must be ready to receive, ready to learn, be hungry for knowledge. Because there's one scripture that says in the Bible, I'm just referencing the scripture, even though we're not Christian. Man shall perish because of what? Because of lack of knowledge. You see, we're okay with suffering, especially Bagwan Tina as melanated beings, especially on the African continent. We're okay with suffering. You must see the latest post I put up there from 𝙃𝙚𝙡𝙥 Moya podcast with 𝘖𝙘𝙗𝙖. Shout out to 𝘖𝙘𝙗 for speaking truth. He speaks exactly how Ramaphosa came up. Wow, this scary hours. But I'm saying, why can't our own people be as honest? Wait. That's right. Because they've already been bought. They've already been bought long time ago. So where we are now has been a plan. It's been a plan. And all of these energies are course correcting, because energy first and then the rest follow. This is why it looks like outside is chaos, because the old season of Pisces, which is ruled by, if I'm not mistaken, it's ruled by Set, which is destruction. It's chaos. But chaos is not only destruction, chaos is also creation. So that chaos is still there, but the chaos is there for us to also create. You see this portal? You can create for yourself. So now again, I read there in the middle. This September opens a portal of fate. 2 eclipses arrive and nothing feels ordinary anymore. Wow, that's glorious. So are you going to allow things to just push you, to sway your emotions, to take you off balance, or are you going to take the power into your own hands, is what I'm asking. You see, ngiyabuzanje. Because now we're coming to a space where we are able and capable, especially with what's coming out in South Africa, guys. This Russian thing with these influences. And what is it? Abaluga. A company in Russia called Abaluga. Man, what the... Oh my goodness, guys. Let's do our due diligence, man. Now you've put young girls between the ages of 18 and 22 in danger. I mean, if there's freaks outside, I mean, look at the case that just happened now with the diddler. Not just him, Epstein's. There's gang people. Jay-Z's next. Beyonce's next. I'm saying this with my chest, and trust me, these guys have been deviants. Look at 𝙑𝙑𝙝. That guy is disheveled. But have you figured out now also through the corroborations of truth tellers, guys telling their story only because they have to release. You now need to release all of the entities within you, you see? And this is what's taking place all over the planet via all of these energies, okay? Please do join the panel and then just mute yourself and then stick around for Q&A. We're almost there. You see? So all of this nefarious energy is being course corrected by default through things like this beautiful portal, okay? So we've spoken about the lunar eclipse. This is a beautiful time for release. And since it's in Pisces, Pisces is mutable water in the Western astrology, okay? So amanzi, you're able to go into your emotions even stronger. So in other words, you can say that this full moon in Pisces, as per Western astrology, it's on point. It's synergistic. You see, it's in alignment already by itself. But then now if you look at African spirituality, African calendar, we are in the season of Nut. This is when, if you go outside there, you're going to start to see Orion's belt at the top there. Go outside now if you want. Just now go outside. You'll see Orion's belt very nicely. Then you can also see Sirius, Sirius B, Sirius C if you know where to look properly. All right? The Dogon spoke about it. Tina Amazulu, we spoke about it. But let's just say the Ngunis. You see, we all knew this ancient cosmology. We know this thing. But it's been watered down and lost through us not following our intuition, eating what they eat, doing what they do. Remember, the Spanish have their own language. Chinese have their own languages. Who else? The Jews have Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? And then also wherever they go in the world, Pakistanis have this. They have their own shops. They have their own. But then if you look at us as melanated beings, as sons and daughters of the sun, we don't even have our own language. Yes, we got dialects, but we don't have our own language. This is a problem, but it's being course corrected. I already proposed, and a lot of some, thought leaders, spiritual leaders, ones who are moving forth Wamoya with the energy and the spirit into the season of Ma'at, the age of Aquarius, right? We're saying that it's going to be Swahili. Because if we all speak Swahili, we all have the same calendar. Guess what? Now we're fine. Not to take anything away from anyone else, because this is what's being course corrected. Umama, she's angry. Can you not see what's happening on the planet itself? You see in this portal, between the 7th and the 21st, watch this, guys. Don't say I didn't tell you. There's going to be some sort of, if you will, if there's not a volcano, if not flooding, or both, or a conglomeration of those sort of natural disasters. Because this portal is also raising the electromagnetic pulsing frequencies between the sun, the moon, and Earth herself, and also inner Earth sun. You know about Black Sun? Shout out Ross. Ross Inc. in the building. Shout out Rosie. Thank you for the likes, everybody. We're almost at 2K likes as we continue. So, once again, it's best to be fasted through the full moon. Okay. Because there's a lot of endings which are going to take place. And also, this is why you don't want to be outside, because there's a lot of lunatics. Okay? The moon, the full moon, governs your emotions. One more time. The full moon governs your emotions. Hence, lunatic. Do not forget that. In order for you not to be a lunatic, be aware of yourself. Also be aware of the substances and things you put into your guts, your second brain. Okay? Stick to herbs, teas, waters, fruits. Get creative. Pick up your passion again. Don't let your mind be idle. Sometimes, if you must, have pure silence. Okay? Shout out Marine for life. All right? So, There will be a lot of endings, not only just in your life, but endings all around us. Okay? Remember, this is also 2025, which is master number 9. Just add those numbers up. All right? There's also going to be a lot of closures. A lot of closures for things which you thought were meant to last forever. But since they've been built off a false veil, and the veil is obviously coming down, and the electromagnetic veil is very wonky, all right? It means that you also have to do a release. You have to find closure. If you do not, closure will find you. Thokozani. Shout out to OG. Okay, there's also going to be a big emotional release. Remember, this is a heightened full moon. Okay, this eclipse is lasting also for 84 minutes. It's going to be visible from, at least more than 60% of the planet. That is wildlife. Okay, so guess what this is going to do to your water matrix? We are 70 to 90% water. Shout out to 𝙃𝙚𝙡𝙥. You see? It's going to shake your system. Baba Lex has warned you, okay? Shout out to Revive Her. How you feeling? You see? So I advise, once again, it's either you're going to be faster with Baba Lex. We're starting on the 5th. Okay, and obviously we're doing 72 hours. And that will take us to the 8th. I'm going to go a bit further because I want to stay as fasted as possible in between the 7th and the 21st. It's only 14 days. Okay, of powerful, potent, life-changing energy. All right. So watch out for the emotional release. And this is why there's going to be a lot of people crashing out, especially if they're emotionally unintelligent. Okay, if they're people who are narcissistic, they tend to bottle up their emotions. They're ones who, how can I put this? They're not able to look at themselves in the mirror. You know that song? I'm looking for the man. Yes. Thokozani. That's exactly what we must be doing from the 7th. I mean, even from before the 5th. I mean, even from September, manje. Start to come within. All right? This is the moment where we're stepping into what we say our feminine energy. Okay? Emotions, energy in motion. That is a feminine energetic principle because it's concerned with rest, relaxation, release. Okay? Once again, this full moon, this full lunar eclipse and super heightened full moon is going to be dissolving illusions very quickly. I mean, look at this already, guys. We just saw these influencers here who were apparently, oh yes, we're making money, blah, blah, blah. No, you were doing child trafficking. Not really child trafficking, 18 to 22. You're doing trafficking. You know what I'm saying? What? So what are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? So all of this is coming very quickly. If you are involved in anything nefarious, I say please look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, is it worth it? Remember, there's going to be closures. It's either you do closure or you'll be closured. Thokozani. So what's going to happen is also, if not already, there's going to be heightened dream space availability. So your dream space is going to be very potent, if not already. Okay, especially those of you who are doing more fasting, as in maybe intermittent fasting. You're not, as soon as you wake up, you're already eating amagwinya, Kellogg's cornflake, cereal, you're hitting milk, you're already doing other things. That in that case, you're going to be in a bad way. You see, the more you eat, the more you have to eat. Let me say that again. The more you eat, the more you have to eat. Aha. It's all about mind over matter. Because mind controls matter. Simple. Thokozani for the beautiful hand hearts, the lighthouse portal. Thank you for the gifts. Also, Revive Her. You're amazing. Thank you guys for jumping in. Please join the panel. We're about to jump to Q&A. because now we just segueing now into the solar eclipse. But before we get there, if your dreams are not already powerful, as we go into the 7th, they are going to be very potent. You're going to be having prophetic dreams. Even people that maybe have passed that want to give you messages. Some people call them guardian angels, or maybe your granny, grandmother, anyone in your bloodline. See, even in your ancestral line is going to come to you. You might not know who they are, but they're going to be giving you messages, maybe pointing you at something, maybe showing you something. All you do is begin to write down, even if it does not make sense. Even if it does not make sense. Because what happens is you will begin to make it make sense. Aha, Thokozani. See? So the dream world, we're able to heal spiritually. We're able to heal on multiple levels, from an ancestral point of view to also a soul point of view. Remember, some of us are souls which have incarnated before and before and before. Some of us have come and traversed the cosmos and been to different places, different planets, they say. But that's also a misnomer. All right? So there's also trauma that has taken place in those travels. So what we're doing is we're consolidating all of those yous, and also those in your bloodline, ancestry, who weren't able to complete their mission, whether that was by ignorance, by whatever the case may be. This is why we say we are the ancestors reincarnated in the flesh. Powerful. You see, once you start to bring it right within, you will see exactly what's taking place. Shout out to 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗. Okay, so you'll be able to heal highly spiritually in the dream space. Take it seriously. If you, perhaps if you're doing a lot of lucid dreaming, especially if you're taking naps, little rests, you might go to places where you're like, yeah, write it down. Even if you go to the Crystal City. I know quite a few people are starting to go to the Crystal City. It's a real place in the upper fourth astral. Okay, going towards the celestial realms. All right, these are places which are available. All right, and then also in this healing spiritually, we're going to be able to heal wounds in this lifetime, in simultaneous lifetimes, in past lifetimes, and also in future ones. So that's why we're consolidating now. That's why this energy may feel overwhelming, but especially if depending on what you're putting in your guts, if you're eating dead flesh, wire, if you're having carbohydrates, wire, you're going to hold unnecessary water. Remember, carbohydrate. There it is. It's excess water. Every time you are also sad, your thoughts, you gain weight, because what happens is you stressed, you're sad, you're upset, you're angry, your liver starts to produce what? Glucose, excess. You get what you call a fatty liver. The liver is the nuclear reacting point of the vessel, right? This is what's able to start to metabolize what you call toxins, removing, because it's literally a waste factory. It's a very beautiful combustion engine to remove things. You see, once your liver's gone, everything else starts to slowly degrade. You see, the easiest way to cleanse your liver, start going for things like beetroot. You see, cheap. Beetroot is cheap, but people don't like it. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Telling you, 21 days to make or break a habit. Serious. This is also what I coach in the fast. You see, I give you all of these beautiful beans so that you can go and be Jack or Jane or Thabo, Thandeka. Go and grow your beanstalk, because you are the writer of your own life. You're the one who must walk this path. No one else can walk it for you, you see? And these are also what's going to be able to be healed, is the wounds of those people, places and things, even family, abazali, whatever, told you, you can't do this, you can't do that. So now you're doing shadow work from the childlike you. Absolutely stunning. That childlike you is the version of you which is the shadow. But that shadow was so traumatized that it had to put masks in front of itself. Those masks, usually 9 times out of 10, look like what? They look like demons. They look like goblins. They look like ghouls. They look scary because it's to protect your child you. 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙧𝙗, 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙧𝙗. Okay? So this is going to be the point of the lunar eclipse, all right, guys? Okay? And then now, 14 days later, in between here, okay, between the 7th and the 21st, this is the portal itself. This is why it's an eclipse portal. This is why it's eclipse season, because you can clean something up quickly at the lunar eclipse. Okay, you can do your releasing, you can do your endings, you can do your closures, you can do hard shadow work, you can do emotional release, especially. You can dissolve these illusions everywhere. Once you're able to do that there, I guarantee you, check what else happens. As we're now moving forward, and here in the Southern Hemisphere, we now going to start to celebrate. You see? Because 23 September, that is our African calendar New Year. Yes, that's when we step out of the season of Unut, which is what we're currently in now. That's why you go upstairs up there, look outside. Guess what you see? You will see Orion's belt. You'll see the Sirius star system, Sirius A, B, and Sirius C. We knew about this in cosmology, but it's coming back. Remember, they had to steal, pillage, rape, and then hide our stuff under the Vatican and hide it in certain places. Switch on weird stuff which is similar to CERN, and then open portals, and then manufacture what we call the mud flood. That's just one instance of what these nefarious beings do in each civilization. Okay? But this is the final one. 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙧𝙗. And now what we're going to be able to do, shout out 𝘎𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗. What we're going to be able to do now is we're going to be able to course correct ourselves. So now we've covered the full lunar eclipse, right? Don't worry, guys, this will be on a replay on the YouTube channel. Thank you for the likes and the shares. We're almost at 3K likes. Let's get to at least 4K. But now we're about to jump into Q&A very soon. So please set yourselves up. The more wild and outlandish the questions, the better, okay? And there is no wrong answer, all right? You don't make mistakes. It's just a missed take. What you do is you take it again. You see? 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙧𝙗. So now then, 14 days later, as we're approaching in the Southern Hemisphere our New Year on the 23rd of September, okay? We also slowly approaching what we call the equinox. You see a more powerful energy. But this is just outside of the eclipse. But it's important because equinox is it's what you call we've got the spring equinox, which is our New Year, and in the northern hemisphere partner, that is they call it fall or autumn. Fall. Because the leaves fall, right? Cool.
Aloha. Lex, sorry to bother you, but they're messing with your sound again.
Okay, this is for entertainment and education purposes only.
It's because you said the R word. You can't say that word. They
can't say grape.
No, you can't say grape. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Just use another word next time. Don't say that word again or you'll get just be careful. Oh God.
This is for entertainment.
They're so
and educational purposes. It's all good. No, we good. We done with that part of the that intensity, but it's what's taking place. So it's part of this energy, and people wonder why, what's happening, and it's not for nothing. There's a very big course correction happening, and unless you are aware, you will make the same mistakes and will be doomed to make them for the next 6,000 years. And Baba Lex, I'm not going to stand for that. I'm sorry. And whatever it takes to free the continent, to free our people, to free the women and children, I'll do that. Okay? So this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you, the Lighthouse Portal, beautiful moderator. And once again, guys, please do join the panel. should you feel like throwing some questions and answers. Otherwise, I'm also going to be sending a few invites in a little bit. Right. As we're seeing over here, from the 7th now, we've got a 14-day little gap, right? A 14-day gap where now what we're able and capable of engaging in is a rebuilding. Right. The solar eclipse is going to be in, as per the Western astrology, in Virgo. Virgo is a beautiful sign for order, a beautiful sign for meticulousness, a beautiful sign for organizing, you know? And when you're rebuilding, you have to be meticulous. You have to be what we call not really forceful, but you have to be dedicated. Yes, you must. You must be able to take yourself more seriously than what the programs outside are trying to force you to be. Because there's a lot of things swaying us left, right, center. Where have you been? Come what may. Are they coming? I don't know. You see? At the end of the day, the more you look outside for answers, the more you stay stuck where you are. The more you look outside for answers, the more you stay stuck where you are. So therefore, going within is the only, not really the only, but it is the work. It is the work. Because within you can shift mountains. I've also been there, all right? I've been there. And these energies, especially if you don't know your emotions, if you're not emotionally intelligent enough to realize that emotions are not the bad thing. There's nothing wrong with emotions. Okay, emotions are simply fuel. Emotions are fuel for you to be able and capable to build something, to heal something, or to build something. It gives you direction. Okay, if you had no emotions, you're emotionless. That is what you call a narcissist, right? Where's the direction? Very selfish, not selfless. There's no aspect of service. Number one, are you service to yourself? Remember, everything starts you. You are first cause. You and you are first cause. Okay? If you and you are first cause, then why would you look to someone else or someone else to confirm what you already know that you are? Because what are we filled with? A lot of these beliefs through the conditioning between the ages of 0 and 7. That is the programmable years. All right? I do have intensive teachings about this on the YouTube channel. Please go and help yourself. All right? And now, as soon as we recognize and we start to realize that outside is all looking to bring you down, is looking to keep you in a loop, and also looking to keep your soul stagnant, then what you'll start to begin to do is you begin to then love yourself more, because through your love, unconditionally, the rest follows. The rest follows. As we now come to the 21st, which is the partial solar eclipse, it's partial, so it's not going to be as powerful, but also the solar eclipse means that it's a new moon. Okay, on new moon, that is when you can set new moon intentions.
Can you say that sentence again? They cut you out your whole sentence. Start over.
Whoops. Thank you so much, Lighthouse Portal. So what we're saying is the partial solar eclipse on the 21st is also a new moon. Shout out Fraser. The new moon is also available for new beginnings. But since it's a eclipse, it's a stronger new beginning. It's a heightened new beginning. Once again, if you look in the Southern Hemisphere, our new year is on the 23rd of September. That's a new beginning. Yeah? Tell us. You see? So the attunement is absolutely stunning. But then also on the equal opposite spectrum, on the Northern Hemisphere, you guys are going into autumn, right? Autumn equinox, fall equinox, right? That fall equinox is absolutely stunningly powerful, because now you're doing your final vestiges, your final cleaning up, your final, let's call it harvesting. Mute yourself, please, brother. Your final harvestings, your final before the winter, right? So you also very in an important time. Also, what's happening, which is very, 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 very awkward, but it's part of solar cycle 25 and also solar maximum, is that the weather anomalies are going to make it seem like all of these seasons are not only blending, but they almost interchanging some way, somehow. Okay, so look out for that if already you have not observed that. It's only going to increase. Okay, so this rebuilding, which we're able to now do on this partial solar eclipse on the 21st, is because it's in Virgo as per the Western astrology, right? Virgo is a sign of clarity. Be clear and intentional on where you are headed once now you've done all of the release, right? And the endings and closure at the full lunar eclipse. Remember, you've been fasted. I suggest you maybe, even if you don't want to fast fully, do intermittent and eat lighter. Don't fill your guts. Also put away the dead flesh just for a little bit. And if you're hitting pork, I got news for you. Okay? That's worst. Kanye worst. All right, Togos. So now, as we're just closing off here with the teachings before we jump into Q&A and the panel jump in, is that Virgo is a sign of clarity. Also a sign of healthy routines. Wow. Put down that smoke. If it's hitting the lungs, if it's not allowing you to think clearly, remember, especially in the guts, the pharmaceuticals, you know, I can't tell you, I'm not a doctor. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. But once again, no pharmaceutical will assist you ever. It's just keeping you around long enough to bleed you out of your funds, of whatever the case may be, so that, and then you can go. Okay? The best thing you can do is start to utilize mind over matter. Baby steps. As long as you do, this is what I do when I'm coaching some of the gents on the Conscious Men community. Oh man, it's so difficult for me to get up at 5 a.m. and train. I'm like, man, shut your fat jaw and listen. All you got to do is be consciously consistent. Rise the first day, do 1 push-up, cancel, that's it, celebrate that 1, go to sleep. Next day, do 10, celebrate that 10, go to sleep, drink water. Next day, 11. You see, conscious consistency, but baby step, increase in your own capacity, but increase though. Before you know it, within 21 days, you've either made or you've broken a habit. Simple. All right. And so the healthy routines are imperative, because outside, they're going to continue to try and poison you, your family, us, the skies, the waters, even more so. I mean, shout out to Captain 𝘼𝙗𝙝. Just the other day, I think it was yesterday if I'm not mistaken, he just cancelled and also destroyed all of Bill Hates, his latest vaccines. He destroyed them. He said, we don't want that here. Okay? Because look at what's happened. Shout out to Lynn Smiley. Okay? And then another thing which this partial solar eclipse in Virgo, as per Western astrology, will allow us to do is grounded productivity. We're going to be able to practicalize our productivity. In the Southern Hemisphere, since we're also going to be in our new year, guess what? It's go now. All of the plans which you now have gestated, remember when currently in the season of Unnut, so this is still a time to be fasted. Some of us are going to Inzalayelang on the 22nd of September, then leaving on the 23rd. We welcome in the new year. Sirius A, B, and C. Ryan's belt is right above us. So this is a beautiful time for us to celebrate. In the Northern Hemisphere, it's a beautiful time for you guys to now take heed. Start to do your final harvests. They're going to start to try and do a lot of weird things as you're going towards winter. I mean, the trumpet is there. The trumpet has sounded. That guy's doing wild stuff here in South Africa. Please. Okay? Then
They're messing with you again. You said his name.
Yeah, but I said trumpetness. This is for entertainment educational purposes only. Hi. Okay. So as I'm finishing off now, also these practical shifts will be long lasting. But number one, please take yourself seriously. Thank you so much for joining the teachings, guys. We're now going to jump into Q&A, have a bit of a panel, and please take it from there. Thokozani. Jalang, brother, how are you doing? How you going?
Hi guys.
How are you going, brother? How are you going today, brother?
Hey, good bro. No complaints. Hi, Lighthouse.
Aloha, brother. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Do you have any questions for us today?
Relating to the topic, especially.
No, not actually, eh?
Okay. Okay, I've got a question for you then.
Okay.
What does the term lunatic mean to you?
Lunatic.
Yes.
Crazy person, I guess. Yeah?
Okay. And when are they? Where do you think that's from, or do you know where it's from? Where that
No,
term
I've heard
came from?
that. Yeah, I mean, I've heard it like you have Luna on your picture there. And then I've heard that before, like lunatic and Luna. Yeah, right. I heard that one before.
And have you ever been a lunatic yourself?
I'd say I'd felt those vibes before, like in terms of like cosmology and stuff, and how it affects one's being. But then, yeah, that sort of thing, yeah. But then I've gotten over that phase. Excuse the pun. No pun intended there.
Stunning, brother. Now that's wonderful. But you know, this the reason why I decided to do this teaching specifically is
Right.
because it's a portal. There's a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse, and
Okay.
within 14 days of each other.
Uh, we hadn't had a solar eclipse, I don't know, forever.
Yeah, for quite a while. But I mean,
Yeah.
this portal specifically, brother, like so close together, a portal.
So you
Yet
say it's a lunar one? What is a lunar eclipse then?
it's a full moon which is covered by the sun.
What is it?
So yeah, so if it's a lunar eclipse,
Right?
it's a full moon, but then it's going to be covered.
Okay. So
When
that's
it's a
some sort
solar,
of
when it's a solar eclipse, it's the black moon, so the sun covers, so it covers the sun. You get that?
so that's some sort of alignment.
There we go. Aha. Now you onto it. Okay. Continue. Yeah.
Yeah, so what happens? If it's an alignment, then I'm sure that's something good, right?
Depends on your awareness.
Oh, I see.
Depending on your awareness. Because your life will, I mean, I mean, this is the master number 9. 2025 equals 9, right? Master number 9. So 9 is completions, there's closures, there's a lot of endings. Is that not what's taking place in your life? I'm just asking.
Mm,
A lot of completions, a lot of endings, abrupt.
mm,
Wow.
closing endings. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would call it that. Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes uncomfortable, right?
Hey.
Sometimes uncomfortable.
Mm, it could be uncomfortable, yeah, because it's a change, right? It's it's a change, so it has to be something that is uncomfortable.
Wonderful. So in that
It's
uncomfortability,
not.
I'm asking you, would you rather not want to know what's taking place and then you can do something about it, or would you rather just want to get hit with the waves?
Mm, no, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, we'd want to, um, like you're saying, align ourselves and then make good choices, and then not be affected by any sort of anything that's unexpected, sort of thing.
Alright. Alright. That's wonderful because once again, man, especially us as amachita, as gentlemen, we
Yeah,
don't know how to handle our emotions because we're not taught.
yeah, for sure.
You see what's happening with the tragedies of the women and children? That's a direct testimony to, because we're not going to blame each other. Let's blame already what took place, but instead of blaming, let's see what we can fix here now. So in order to fix your emotions, start to heal with the full moon, because the full moon illuminates your shadow. Your shadow is your shadow self. Your shadow self is the childlike you between the ages of 0 and 7, who was maybe abused, who was told you can't do this, you're not good enough, wild things happen to you, teachers, parents, guardians, whatever the case may be, and then it scarred tissued you, and then you built all of these masks, which became what you call goblins or ghouls or amadimon, to protect yourself. You see, and then we build all of these walls of Jericho around us. Young Tyler, you feel that one? Shout out LSG.
Oh yeah. Like some sort of survival, right?
There we go, sir. There we go.
Can I say something?
Oh, for sure. And then just shout out to all the gents who have joined. Tukin Kosi, you're going to go after the Lighthouse Portal. And then we've got LSG. Please take it away, Lighthouse Portal. Thank you.
Salutation.
Mahalo. So I was just listening to everything you were saying, and it's a really beautiful time this week, especially this strong, for listening deeply to the intuition and letting that extra energy that you have, utilize that power to release so that you can remember, release anything, any fragments, anything that doesn't align with your now frequency. This portal in between eclipses and before eclipses is very, very, very powerful. You're going to feel some sort of a very swirly, trippy energy. Well, utilize that. Get clearing. Go deep within, like he was saying, and it's just so important to. Don't forget to look at your light journey. Take a reflective journey, and be here now. We're on the 7th moon today. It's Anahulu Ho'onui Olekukahi. It's a really good time for right before this first eclipse that we're going to be having in 1 month. It's a really good time for resting, reflecting, refining, and planning. So make a list. You don't have to do it all at once, but a really good time to get organized and make your list. Mahi ai, kilo, Lavaya. A good time to plant, a good time to make a list, not a good time to go out and go fishing, not a good time to go out and do all the things. That's coming
And
next
party and all of that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a very good time to stay in and go in and deep dive and just submerge into yourself. Your authenticity is a key. Listen to your intuition. Let that rest be the remembrance so that you can let go of everything. Because, yeah, anything that doesn't serve your frequency right now is going to be spun out of you, and it's going to be very uncomfortable if you don't allow it to just let it go. So that's all I've got to say right this moment. Thank you so much. Aloha.
Thokozani Bonabakhulu. That's the Lighthouse Portal. We have Dukinkosi. Thokozani, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Talk to us.
I'm very well. How are you? I hope you guys are all good. I heard you were like talking about me, because I have been actually the black sheep of the family. You can never believe that my parents had about 9 kids, me being number 3, but I was the least out of the children. They thought these are the people who are going to make it. But today things are different. I believe all of them, they actually depend on me.
Ha! Wonderful. You see? Continue, my brother. Continue. I love it. Continue.
You can never believe that when I was 5, I was actually on the street. I was on the street when I was 5, and I did grade 6, and I dropped out on grade 6 and start hustling for myself. And today I put my mom on my payroll and my dad on my payroll. Most of my siblings actually they function through me, who is the dropout, and most of my siblings they're actually well educated. You can't believe it.
Beautiful, my brother. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You see, this is what we're saying about she who was first will be last, and she who was last will be first. This is the energy that's course correcting. Those who thought that the black sheep, or the one who thinks out of the box, the one who's not following the colonizer or the white supremacist, or the person who's been keeping us down, or going the same way, you're blazing your path. And that's what you've done. You stuck to your intuition, you stuck to who you are, and look what's happened now. That's beautiful. You see, there's a testimony right there. Thokozani, and thank you for sharing, my brother. We also have our brother inside here, LSG.
Hola, the bros.
Bafu.
What up?
Please give us your views, my brother, and how you feeling moving into September.
This month, well, like I said, no comments. It resonates to the year and everything. It's 2025, so September month is on a 9 also. So it resonates with everything. And it's the last number, so from here on is the end and the beginning from the end. Do you get it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wonderful. I'm so happy you brought that up. Do you want to elaborate? Just come speak close into your mic, because people would love to hear your information. There's other children, other youth, maybe even
I just
elders
changed my
who
name
are
today.
maybe where you are. So continue, my brother. Don't hold back. It's fine.
I just changed my name today. It used to be Suleiman Code.
Okay, got you.
So, like, I like what would you say? Dissecting everything that I come across. So I took the numbers and I put them down, like basically numerology in my own way. So now we're up to 9. The number says divine. So from here, it's either we rise or you have a surprise. Because if you don't elevate, you become late to be great.
Hey, cheers, sir. Yes, please. Yes, please, sir.
And like I said, self-casting, spell crafting is one of the things everyone should practice. Before you go out there and then someone else brings you down with their words and stuff, raise yourself up already, so that when you get there, you just take a little bit from your 100%. They take your 20 from your 80, but you're still there. Imagine you bring yourself down already and then you go outside. People bring you down also. What did you expect to happen? Because you already started. So you better take care of yourself, guys.
That's it, my brother. That's it. Just say that louder for the people in the back.
Didn't you hear me, bro?
Yeah, no, we got you. Just say it one more time for the people in the back, because that's very important.
Oh, I said everyone should practice self-casting, spell crafting. Before you go out into the world, you gotta put some spells on yourself already, so that when you get out there, people's spells won't do you nothing. Because you might go out there and then you find that people are already putting you down and everything when you already put yourself down from the beginning. So you feel bad at the end, but then what did you expect? So you gotta practice self-care and don't look for it outside, because it's never been there if it's not deep in here. And this is the month of 9. September's divine. Come alive. Tonight. To 9.
Powerful. You see, I love the fact that you brought up the 9, also the 9th moon on this Gregorian calendar. It's all completions. So this also now speaks to what this year has been. Guys, listen, I put out a video on the final day of 2024. I said, watch out. 2025 is going to speed through, and the things that are going to come out, watch out for, as my brother said, the spell casting. Okay, when someone says good morning, okay, number one, morning. When you're mourning,
Contrast.
yeah, it's a juxtaposition. It's an oxymoron. You're spelling yourself into death. How you good when you're mourning? That's why we say grand rising, divine rising. You say blessing, bless, be less. We say blissing, bliss, blissing,
Good day.
abundant blessings. Wonderful. You spell cast into yourself, because once again, what are we? We are cymatics in a body. So the vibrations we put through our voices push through our instrument. The more emptier, meaning the more fasted you are, and the less heavy metals, microplastics, all sorts of these chemicals within you, the less you have of them within you, the more you're able and capable to utilize your voice spoken word through the intention, because you operating from your heart space, right? That's the intention. Intense and intention. There's tension within. You
There's
create
an in
tension.
also, INN.
Yes, sir. Continue.
There's an in, INN. So you gotta take hold of deep within. The in.
Precisely. Once you step into your intuition, that is your guts now, because your guts are clear. The gut brain also, it's where you have a gut feeling. But if you backed up with heavy metals, dead flesh, microplastics, you're hitting amagwinya every day. Soon as you're rising, you're not eliminating, you backed up in your pipes, you don't even fast. Guess what? you're going to only produce what you call lower astral, not only dreams, which are nightmares, okay, but you're also going to produce chemicals through your thinking because you're backed up. Not only down there, your neurological center, your brain, it's mucus because your lymphatic and glymphatic system are no longer draining. There's excess mucus. What did Dr. CB say? He said there's only one disease, mucus. Okay. Excess mucus means I'm now starting to cover and create a space for parasites. Parasites move in mucus. The more mucus you have, the more parasites are available. Guess what parasites do? They're also able to control your mind. They're also able to bypass the blood-brain barrier. That's why there's those insects that you see get controlled by certain parasites. Wild stuff. It happens the same thing. Your cravings, parasites. Your compulsions, parasites. Oh, I just can't help it. I just always want parasites. And then also, if you add on top of that pharmaceuticals and also drugs, especially things like crack cocaine, indanda, which is mandrake. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. TikTok, please, come on. All of these things, they especially meth, it erases the melanin, your neuromelanin. So you start to now become vestigial. You become from a grape to a raisin. That's what it looks like. It's called calcification. That's wildlife. Shout out AJ Ghost. So with the spelling, I'm so happy you brought that up. And this is also what we're changing. Breath work, breath woke, breath. I love that. You see? And liquor as well. Liquor is what they call a spirit. Al-Ghul. Okay, in every October I do October. Al-Ghul, yes. Al-Ghul is a goblin. It's a scary demon entity, a ghost. Okay? So all of these things mean something. Body snatching spirit. There you go. That's it. That's why the more traumatized you are, the more emotionally unintelligent you are, and you take all of these pharmaceuticals plus Al-Ghul, lick a bit, street drugs, maybe a little bit hey. That's why you become even more lunatic, even when it's not the lunar tick. See?
They become the catalyst, they enhance everything.
Shout out to Robert Sichaba. Any other words, my brother, before I pass the rock on to the rest of the panel? If they want to just say a few words before we start to tie this up, because I want to put this on the replay. I want to keep it nice and tight, but I'm definitely going to be going live again, and then I'll invite you gents as well.
It's the end. So
Almost. No, almost.
Oh,
Continue, man.
I'd like to hear the top chime. The lighthouse portal.
Yes, that's also where she's from, Maui, Hawaii, and that's where my first book is being independently published through. So I'm grateful. Thokozani, we're also shooting a documentary known as Aloha Meets Ubuntu. You see what I'm saying?
One thing
Beautiful.
that helped me a lot. Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono is all about self-love and acceptance. It's the acceptance of the full self. Aloha namea apau. Aloha namea apau means that...
Four steps.
Hold on. Can you just please mute yourself for one moment? Yeah, thank you. Sorry. So aloha namea apau means accept all of yourself. And to accept all of yourself, that will require some course corrections sometimes. In every now moment, you decide who you are and how you're operating and how you're projecting and how you're interpreting and respecting yourself so that can be shown outside of you. So that's pretty much what Ho'oponopono is. It's not what they are teaching in the outside world. It's not, I'm sorry, I forgive you, I love you. It has nothing to do with that. Unfortunately, they're teaching wrong things. But yeah, listening to the intuition, like I said earlier, and like the guests are all, it seems like we all have that in common, like intuition and authenticity. That's like huge. Going into where we get taught, I love that, because if you're self-reflecting and self-remembering, then you're connecting with that frequency that has not been interrupted or infiltrated. So it's straight from source, and that body of water gets to be within you, and you'll remember that when you have 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗 you will release your water within when you are authentic and singing your own song. It's quite simple. Very grateful for that.
So can you tell me about Ho'oponopono, the one that is being taught?
Yeah, so they're teaching, unfortunately, they're teaching that it means I'm sorry, I forgive you, I love you. They're teaching that that's what it is. And that's not what it is. What it is aloha ma, self-reflective love, and self-acceptance. It always starts within. It has nothing to do with the outside of us. It's inside. Intuition, like
That's
Brother
what I
was saying.
thought,
Yes,
actually.
exactly. And
That's what I
in
got.
Ho'oponopono circles, they sit in a circle and everyone takes turns with the talking stick and tells everyone else who they are, what they accept and don't accept as far as boundaries go, and things like that. And if there's any disagreements or any misunderstandings, everyone asks questions and everyone gets a chance to answer them until it's all done, until everyone is done talking. You sit in the circle until everyone has nothing left to say. You work it all out in one go, so that the next day, when everyone's working in the garden, there's no animosity, there's no bullshit, there's no shade being thrown. You feel me? It's a now energy, and it's very nice. It's cooperative. It's working together. It's playing together. It's a frequency of, I don't know it in English. Okay, when your heart is open and you're authentic, it's like that. You don't have to worry about what someone's going to do or think about you or any of that, because you're just right here, right now. You don't have to like everybody. That's fine. We don't have to agree, but respect. Respect is needed. Let people be who they are. We're all unique. As long as no one's getting hurt, you know, what's the problem? There's so much time for judgment. That time could be focused inward. And that's what Ho'oponopono is all about, is the inward, constant focus of just knowing oneself and self-correcting, so that you're not constantly battling your own self. You know, so that's why not drinking is really a good idea, and not hanging out with, energy that doesn't align with your frequency. Like, why bother? What a waste of energy. No, thank you. I'd much rather be alone.
That's what I got when I read Ho'oponopono. I didn't think about it as something from outside. I thought about it as something from within. Like, it told me that I have to be the most coldest judge I can ever be to myself, because there's no one who can be true to me if I'm the one that I'm doing what I'm doing.
Wow. Your live settings won't even let me post any comments, Lex. I don't know what happened, but they're not letting me type. Okay.
This is for entertainment purposes only, boss. Okay. Beautiful. And guess what? That question, amazing, because remember, we brought it up because we're going to be addressing it in our documentary. You see? And so it's so amazing that the energy already is showing itself that it's available. You see what I'm saying? And just we're about 5 minutes out from closing, because I do want to put this into a replay and keep it as clean as possible. So we do have our brother 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗 Lloyd. How you feeling? How you going, brother? Do you have any words to say? September is going to be powerful energy.
Yes, basically, I gotta tell you, really, hi for everybody over here, and thank you. It's an honor for me to be here. First of all, thank you, 𝙒𝙗𝙗, because it's encouragement to be on the platform right now. All of us here, to King, to Zhang, to the light, everybody, you are greeters in the wonderful and good, powerful energy I can find you. I can connect with you guys. Now, September will be a powerful and normally a good kind of month because of what? I gotta tell you something. We are going to the 9 month. So if you know about the 9 month, the number 9 is actually a lucky number, and it means two kind of way of luck where blessing just coming when somebody come and give you grace, and the other way where you are just wake up everything is easy. And in that 9 months, this is where they are repenting from some country. So there is a blessing which is coming over in the different kind of country. We found, for example, in South Africa, we found the spring. After being in the winter, you found the spring. You come over Dubai here from September, is everything is going back like normal. Meaning we finish the summertime, we are going back now to change our weather. Now, September is a kind of way where you say, I am going to be in grade 1. That is September. September is grade 1, meaning is a starting point. You know, you are in the middle on the crossroad. When you want to cross to say, I want to bounce over, this is September. September is a crossroad. So September is the way where you know your vision, where you're supposed to be going to do whatever you gotta do. We are 3, for example. We need to cross September to understand where I'm going. I'm going over to know what I will be in my life. I would be a lawyer, I would be a doctor, I will be a motivational speaker. So that is September across. September come to give you your qualification. September come to give you your diploma. September is an energy atmospheric where you have to pass to be qualified. Without September, there is nothing you can do. I believe where you are over here, whatever you wish to do, everything will be answered by September. From September, you will go to the other steps, but you need to reach September because there is a lot to see. Thank you.
Thokozani, abundant blessings. That is my brother 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗 Lloyd, in Dubai, and followed his dreams, and continuing to elevate himself and starting to fix not only his mind but also the body. Especially us as men, we have to not only, as I said in the beginning of the teachings, we must now begin to focus not only on physical fitness, mental fitness, because you can train it, okay? You can increase it, you can make it stronger, okay? And also spiritual fitness, okay? You can tap into your dream walking space. You can tap into these spaces within you, deeper and deeper layers and levels, so that you're able to now bend what you call reality. Reality is only simply your personal reality. That's your personality, all right? So it's all about the beliefs, but beliefs can be shifted, changed, because beliefs cause a habit. Habitual things cause patterns. Patterns cause cycles. Cycles cause either ruts or spirals. You see what I'm saying? It's either you spiraling up, down, or you in the same rut, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And this is what is sad. But also, once again, we have opportunities such as this lunar and solar eclipse portal. There's 14 days in between that. If you look at the sacred geometry, that's a 5. So that 5 means change. What change are you making? And what change do you want to have long lasting within the next 6 months? And also, once again, as my brother said, in the Southern Hemisphere, we're entering spring. The 23rd of September in the Southern Hemisphere, as per also our African calendar, it is our new year. And it is a joyous time to be available, a joyous time to be alive. But it's a joyous time to be alive anywhere, as long as you know that the highest form of energy is not love, it's authenticity. Because you need to have self-love in order to be authentic, right? At all times. That is physically, mentally, and spiritually. Thokozani. Xiaolang?
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Yes, my brother. Any words? Any
I'm still
words?
awake, bro. No,
Wonderful,
interesting
brother.
stuff.
Beautiful.
Very
Okay.
enlightening information. Very useful information. And yeah, hope it's exciting. It's an exciting time to be to witness this period.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely, my brother. So now, sorry, just to, because we're going to be finishing off now. The lighthouse portal is in Maui, Hawaii, and that is from her lighthouse portal, and she's showing us the beautiful view. Lighthouse portal, if you want to just talk us through the view there, and just give us a few beautiful, words of energy, and also specifically in September and these portals, what else can assist our beautiful beings? Thokozani.
The fasting and the inward gaze, the sun, the water, nature. Pavali pu'uvai, keeping the heart open in the back so you can receive as much as you're giving. Most of us have had a closed heart in the back, so we don't know how to receive, we only know how to give. It's not selfish, it's self-care. Anyway, that's the sun, and here's the ocean. We are at the lighthouse portal in Maui, Hawaii. Excuse the wind. There's the ocean. This is facing Africa.
Oops.
Right here.
Oops.
We're facing
Thokozani.
Africa. We're
Can you see me? I'm
facing
waving. Can you see I'm waving? Can you see?
Solala.
Can you
Yes,
see
you're
I'm waving?
waving.
Can you see?
Aloha. Aloha. I can see you. I can see you.
Thokozani. But yes,
So
yes, yes.
thank you for that. It's just been a glorious time to be alive. The number 9 that's about to pop through. Did you see the sun just wink at us? Oh,
Yep.
pu'uvaiakala. Okay. So the sun is like my best friend, and we have nice chats every day.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna end it on that note, and if you want to go live again and just invite everybody, and yes, we can do that there. But I just want to say once again, thank you to everybody on the panel. Thank you to the Lighthouse Portal once again for moderating, and thank you to Xiaolang. Thank you to LSG. Thank you to Brother Alpiel who managed to jump in. Thank you to all of those others who managed to jump in on the panel and just share. Once again, we do go live. It's not always all metaphysical, spiritual. Sometimes we come on here and we have to just say what's up, how you doing, what's happening. We catch up, because this life, it's not going to be anything unless we come together. But first, bring yourself together. With that being said, I definitely go by Baba Lex, and thank you for joining these teachings. Please catch the replay. Also, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share. We're on the way to 1K on YouTube. Thank you to 1K subscribers, followers, whatever the case may be on TikTok. We're on the way up, and we're not stopping. Please remain blissful. Stay liquid.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. I'm about to go live for a few minutes. I'm going to do a little update, and I'll see you there. Aloha.
So guys, peace and love, abundance.